Is one of your goals for the new year is to get a pull-up? If so, you're in luck because in today's video, I will be showing you guys how to get your first pull-up. Let's get started. Alright, step number 1 for learning a pull-up is the dead hang. Here's what a dead hang looks like. And why is the dead hang so important for learning how to do a pull-up is because 1, it helps build grip strength, and 2, you gotta hang to be able to do a pull-up. So these are great to work on. I would recommend doing 15 to 30 second dead hangs and like 3 sets of those. Okay, step number 2 for getting your pull-up. These are called scapula attractions. So here's what this looks like. So basically you're going to start by hanging on a bar and you are going to push your shoulders back and up at the same time. And you're basically just going up and down like this. Scapula attractions are great because you're going to need to do the same move when doing a pull-up. So, scapula attraction and pull. Also, if any of these exercises that I'm going to show you are too difficult, you can grab a resistance band and tie it around the bar like this. And then you can just do these exercises with a resistance band. Step number 3 to getting your first pull-up. These are one of my favorite things that helped me to get my first pull-up, and these are called negatives. Here's how to do a negative. So basically, you want to jump up to the top of the bar, and you're going to jump up, and then you're going to slowly come down like this. But not all pull-up bars have a step where you can just step on it and jump up to the top of the pull-up bar. So you can use a chair and stand on the chair and then jump up to the pull-up bar. Or one thing that I did when I was learning to get my first pull-up is I would grab the resistance band, step on it, and what I would do is pull up to the bar and then release both of my feet and then slowly come down. This may take a bit longer, but it still helps. Step number 4 to getting your pull-up, I like to call these max holds, but I'm not sure if that's the name for them. But basically what you're doing is you're jumping up to the top of the bar again, but instead of slowly coming down, you're going to stay at the top position like this. And you're going to try to hold this for like 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, I know that wasn't 30 seconds, but I was just showing you that you just want to hold on the top of the bar position. Alright, so once you do a couple sets of the max holds, here's actually a little bit of a tip. So, in case these max holds or the negatives are too easy, but you can do them pretty easy, but you still can't do the pull-up, I would recommend adding some weight, like maybe 5 or 10 pounds. You could also do these to the scapula attractions, but you can add some weight on the top of your max hold or your negatives. That's what I did, and they helped a lot. Alright, so the last thing that will help you get your first pull-up is resistance bands. So basically you want to take your heaviest band, and once this band gets too easy for you, you want to move down a band until you're doing pull-ups with the lightest band. In case you don't know how to tie a resistance band on a bar, I'm going to show you how to. So the first thing you want to do is throw your band above the bar like this. And then you want to make sure it's lined up like this, and then you're going to stick the one side of the band through and just pull it down like this. And if it's twisted, you can untwist it. And then how to take it off the band, you'll just pull that part down like that. Doing pull-ups with your resistance band and you're down to the smallest band that you own and these feel too easy for you, this is when you can try to do pull-ups with no resistance band. Alright guys, those were the 5 steps to getting your first pull-up, But wait, now I'm going to show you guys some tips that will help you. Alright, so tip number 1 for a pull-up. This is very important. So when you're doing a pull-up, you want to make sure that you have a false grip. So you do not want to be grabbing the bars with just your fingertips because you're just going to pull and slip right off the bar like that. Instead, you want to grab the bar. You want to grab the bar and you want your knuckles to be facing up towards the sky and have a tight grip. Now, a lot of people do a thumb under the bar when they grip, but you can also do your thumb over the bar like this. So that's over and that's under. I prefer under, but I would recommend trying both to see which one you like more. Number 2, you want to engage your core. And also you want your legs to come in front of you and not behind you, because this is what it looks like when you're not engaging your core and your legs are behind you, just like pulling you basically like off the bar. Here's what it looks like. But now when you're engaging your core and bringing your legs forward, this is so much easier and will help a lot. Tip number 3, you want to look slightly up when doing your pull-up. So this is what that would look like. So your chin goes perfectly over the bar. Now, when doing this, you don't want to look all the way up to the ceiling, like that. And you don't want to look down. And you don't want to look straight. You want to look slightly up. Sorry, slightly up, like that. All right, tip number 4. So when doing the pull-up, you are going to hang on the bar and do a scapula traction. We talked about them earlier, but now I showed you what the scapula attraction, and I just said pull right up. But actually what you want to do is scapula traction, and you're going to turn your elbows in and then pull up. Tip number 5 is stay consistent, work hard, and you got this, and I know you'll be able to do a pull-up in no time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, follow for more videos like this.